Overall cost we classified into three: material, labor, as well as your expenses. In terms of increase in numbers, your cost also increases. These four we call it as classification of cost on the basis of function, which are supportive to the manufacturing process, is called indirect cost. Hello everyone, this is your Adarsh sir, lecturing with us from First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence. So we are in the session 2 of your topic called cost accounting. Your subject is accounting. Under accounting, the third topic we call it as cost accounting. Now, under cost accounting, in the previous session we discussed about your meaning of cost accounting, advantages, limitations, as well as major thing like difference between cost accounting and financial accounting. Now, in today's session, what we are going to discuss. Now, in today's session, we will discuss about your types of cost accounting. The cost accounting can be classified on various bases. So, those types we will discuss in today's session. Now, this kind of theory part you may expect in 5 or 10 mark in your examination. Now, classification of cost is the agenda for the day. Now, classification of cost. Now, in this, we'll go one by one in detail. Please write down in your books whatever explanation I'll give, because later you will not remember everything. Now, as per this, on the basis of elements, costing can be classified on the basis of element, which are those like material cost, labor cost, as well as expenses. On the basis of element, how do we classify? I can give you best example. You can take an example of bike. Now, material cost means whatever the fiber, metal, or the plastic, or whatever the rubber part, whatever your tire, wheel, everything, whatever they have used, we call it as material cost. They use rubber for seat, cushion, and everything. That is your one of the material cost. They use metal for your wheeling, for your body, and everywhere. Your engine part, everywhere they will use steel or metal. That is your material cost. They use plastic for something like your uh, mirror or some part they will use plastic. Those are called as your material cost. In a unit or product, whatever you can visible, which are the seen will be there, those are called as material cost. How much you spend for that, that is called material. Labor, by having all the rubber, plastic, metal, and everything, can you manufacture bike? No. For that, you need experts who must be expert and trained in that. So, the person who manufacture, assembles, so for them, we call it as laborers. Whatever the wages or salary paid to those people, we call it as labor cost. These are the second part. What is the third part? Expenses. Now, expenses other than material and labor, whatever we spend, like you manufacture everything, but where do you keep all the bikes? In a godown. For godown, what you should do? You should pay rent. Then once you manufacture, can you sell the bike directly? You cannot sell. You have to advertise. You have to make all the government norms. You have to fulfill. For that, we need few people, and we have to spend for your advertisement cost. All comes together your other expenses. Hope you are clear. Overall cost we classified into three: material, labor, as well as your expenses. Hope you understood all these three. Now, this is what classification on the basis of elements. Classification on the basis of behavior. On the basis of behavior also we can classify. Almost I gave you small introduction about what is fixed and what is variable, but I did not talk about what is semi-variable. I'll give you best example for this. Fixed cost, variable cost, and semi-variable cost. Now, what is fixed cost? Just assume that I am running a tuition. I am running a tuition. Now, I am paying rent for this building 20,000. How much I am paying rent? 20,000 for this premises I am paying. Now, just assume that I have one student for tuition. How many students I have? Not how many, I have only one. How much I have to pay rent? 20,000. Now, after 2 or 3 years, I got popular. Then I had one, but now I have 100 students. How many students I have? I have 100. Now you tell me how much I am supposed to pay rent. Is there any changes? No. Still I am supposed to pay 20,000 rent. So even though I have one student, even though I have 100 students, the rent is fixed. It will not change. So this is called your fixed cost. Now we'll go for variable cost. Each student, I am giving them a bag, books and all the stationery. For that, I am spending almost 100 rupees. Whatever fees I'll collect from them, in that I spend 100 rupees for bag, stationery, books and everything. Now, I have one student earlier. How much I used to spend? Only 100. If I have 10 students, 100 into 10, I am supposed to spend 1000. If I have 100 students, 100 multiplied with 100, it will be 10,000. So, in terms of increasing number of students, your cost per stationery also increases. If I have one, I need to spend 100. If I have two, I need to spend 200. These are called as your variable expenses. Hope you understood what is variable. In terms of increasing numbers, your cost also increases. So in the factory or manufacturing sector, if you are producing more unit, you need more raw material. The machinery will be same, labors will be same, the premises will be same. All are called as your fixed, except your labor is not fixed. Your premises, your machinery cost is fixed. But hope you understood what is fixed, what is variable. Now we'll come back for the last one, that is semi-variable cost. Now what is semi-variable cost? Now we'll go back 5 to 6 years earlier. We had postpaid, still we have postpaid, but now plans are changed. Now you have a postpaid plan of your mobile. They said that you pay me 500 rupees per month. How much you are supposed to pay? 500 rupees. For that 500, you will get 30 GB of internet, 500 minutes of local as well as national calls. What is the plan? You pay me 500 rupees and you will get 30 GB of internet per month. Along with that, 500 minutes of talk time. It may be local or national. Now, so with that, you have normal messages unlimited. Hope you understood. Yes. Now, if you have crossed 500 minutes per month, what is the limit you have? You can speak up to 500 minutes. If it exceeded 500 minutes, what will happen? Per minute, you are supposed to pay 1 rupee. If you are spoken for 600 minutes, how much you have to pay? 500 is a normal. Extra, how much you spoke? 100 minutes. Each minute 1 rupee means it will be 100 added. 500 plus 100, you are supposed to pay 600. You spoken 550 minutes, then 500 is normal. Along with that, you are supposed to pay 50, 550. Extra 1 minute will cost you 1 rupee if it exceeded 500. Now, hope you understood this example. Now, I'll go back to same example. If you have spoken only 250 minutes, you have permission up to 500, but how much you have spoken? You have spoken for only 250 minutes. What will be your cost? Still, you have to pay 500 rupees. Why? Because even though you have used or not, you are supposed to pay 500 rupees per month. Why you have to pay 500? Because this is your postpaid plan. You have used or not, you are supposed to pay minimum or fixed of 500. If you are using more than what they have given, then you are supposed to pay more than 500. That is called extra. Up to certain extent, it is fixed. Up to 500 minutes, irrespective of number of hours you speak, up to 500 minutes, it is fixed. If you exceed 500 minutes, you have to pay 1 rupee extra for each minute. This is called semi-variable. Certain extent, fixed. If it exceeds, then you are supposed to pay extra. This is called semi-variable cost. It has a feature of fixed as well as variable. That's why we call it as semi-variable. Hope you understood what is fixed, what is variable, what is semi-variable. Now, this is all about on the basis of behavior. Next part, on the basis of function. Costing can be classified on the basis of function. Now, production cost, administration cost, selling cost as well as distribution cost. These four we call it as classification of cost on the basis of function. Now, how it functions, like production cost means at the time of production, whatever expenses you will incur, like you need to maintain your machineries, you want raw materials, you want to take care of your labor, all comes under your production cost. Your labor expenses, your raw material, taking care of your machinery as well as taking care of your factory premises. This we call it as your production cost. Now, what is the next part? The next part we call it as administration cost. Now, administration means what? Can you run factory without administration staff? No. Whatever you have manufactures will be calculated by whom? Your accountant. Will be managed by whom? Your manager. Will be supported by whom? Your supporting staff. Whatever raw material you require for the manufacture will be placed by whom? Purchase department. Whatever you have manufactured will be sold by whom? It is selling department. So, along with, if it is your factory, we need another 4 to 5 departments like packing department, office and administration, selling, general, transportation. There are 4 to 5 departments which are supporting your production department. Production is a major thing, direct thing, but for this indirectly few members are helping. That is called, like if you go and buy a car in Tata Motors, like you want to buy a Fiat vehicle or some vehicle you want to purchase. Now, the tire will be what? MRF. So, the Honda people or Tata Motors, they will not manufacture MRF tires because they will take service from outsider. They will buy MRF, Apollo or some tires and they will add it to their vehicle. Now, I can give you best example like your Honda vehicles or some other vehicle, the engine they use, those are Fiat engine. They buy Fiat engine from the Fiat company. So, these are the interchange services they take from outsiders or external source. These we call it as your administration cost. Now, selling cost. Once you're done with your administration work, your salary part, payroll, everything will be done by whom? Your administration. Now, selling department. What is the job of selling department? Like, once you're done with that, you have produced 1000 units. Can we sell all 1000 units in a single shot? No. Sometimes what happens, you have to sell one by one. As per the market demand, you are supposed to sell. So, few things has to be kept in the godown. Few things in the market, they will give to the wholesaler, retailer. Your advertisement part, your boarding, packing, everything will be done by whom? Selling department. Whatever cost incurred for them is called as selling cost. Now, distribution cost. Once if it is done, selling part begins when your distribution starts. Like as I told you, so whatever you have manufactured in a place, you cannot, the customer will not come to your factory to buy. The customer will go to the nearest place where they are residing. They are in Vijayanagar means they will go for the shop nearby Vijayanagar. They are in some Malleshwaram means they will go in the nearby of Malleshwaram. Wherever they reside in the nearby shop, they will look for this product. So, what is your responsibility? From the factory, you are supposed to distribute the unit or product to the that particular place. That is called your distribution cost. So, we done with all these five. 1, 2, 3, 4. Almost 4 things are there. These are the costs we classified on the basis of function. Now, so remember, the points are not required. Only the major production cost, administration, selling, like this you have to remember. How to remember? I'll tell you shortcut. Like in this, what you have on the basis of behavior, you have to write behavior. On this basis, we have fixed, variable, semi-variable. Like this, you are supposed to prepare a chart. Why? Because at the time of revision, these things are not required. Only this chart will help you to remember. At the time of exam, again you can read out this chart because you will be familiar with these words. Function is over. Classification on the basis of function. It is done. Now, classification of cost. Development cost, pre-production, conversion cost, as well as, so whatever your classification of their function, we have continuation, production, administration, selling, distribution. It is a continuation for that. We have development cost, pre-production cost, conversion cost, and product cost. Now, we'll go one by one. Development cost. I can give you best example of your mobile phones. Now, earlier we had the megapixel of camera. If you are familiar or if you are aware of the megapixel. Now, earlier in the beginning we had megapixel of 2 megapixel camera. How much we had? 2 megapixel. Before that we had 1.3 VGA camera. 1.3 VGA camera. So it was a great thing if you are having, instead of 1.3, if you are having 2 megapixel camera. You are happily clicking photos with the help of 2 megapixel camera almost 5 to 6 years back. So if you have 2 megapixel camera means you are used to call A1 photo thingy, others please click a photo, it is 2 megapixel. But now what happens? Now we have 64 megapixel camera mobiles. Now we have what? 64. From 2 to what it has become? 8 megapixel. Then 12 megapixel, then 16, 24, similarly 48 megapixel. Now we are in 64 megapixel camera mobile. For just 10 or 12,000 or 15,000 of your rupee, you can buy a camera mobile of worth 64 megapixel. Even though the basic mobile will have minimum 8 megapixel camera. So this is all about your development. So from 2 megapixel to they have developed to what? To the extent of 64 megapixel. This is called development cost. Earlier we had 2G, then 3G, 4G, then now finally we are into what? 5G mobiles. These are called as development. Earlier we had 1 GB RAM, now 2 GB, 4 GB. Now we are in the 12 GB RAM mobile because it works faster. So these are called as your development cost. Whatever the technologically or technically they have improved, we call it as development cost. Now, pre-production cost. Before your production, you have to do some experiments. If you do this, if you boil this, what will happen? If you make this particular shape, what will happen? All before production, whatever the expenditure you make, we call it as pre-production cost. Now, conversion cost. Conversion means what? Normally what happens in your process costing. What is process costing? As I gave you example, like from sugar cane to sugar. Sugar cane to sugar means what? You have few conversion costs. Sugar cane directly you cannot produce your sugar. If you put sugar cane in a machine, finally it will not come with sugar. In that we have so many process. Sugar cane you have to convert into juice. For that you need to crush. So these are the process you have. Converting from one unit to another unit, raw material to finished goods, we have certain cost. That is called as conversion cost. And the last one, product cost. Cost necessary for production, which are very important, necessary for production. We call it as production cost. So product cost, these are the cost on the base of function. Which are the on the base of function? Production, administration, selling, distribution, development, pre-production, conversion, as well as product cost. Now, on the basis of identification, the cost can be classified on the basis of identification. How can we classify this? I'll tell you. Now, direct cost, indirect cost. Now, which are directly involved in the manufacturing process is called direct cost. Which are supportive to the manufacturing process is called indirect cost. Simple example, the factory and office. Like you may seen like your JK Tires, RS, you may gone to some factories like your Bemela somewhere. The factory will be almost 1/3 of the total place and the rest 2/3 will be your administration. Now, whatever happens in the factory will be recorded by whom? Administration. So, all the planning, budgeting, everything is done in administration. So, those are called as your indirect cost, which are not directly involved. See, this pen, as I told you, I can see the plastic, the technology, or is this thing, like your product name, everything is visible. These are direct costs. But inside this, the planning happened, development happened, for salary payroll thing is happened, marketing happened, so packing happened, everything will be done by whom? Your indirect cost. You will manufacture product, but safely it has to reach to whom? Customer. Who will take care of all those? Will be done by indirect. I can give you the best example, your television. Now, if you want to buy a Sony TV or Samsung, whatever may be the brand, if you want to purchase a TV of around 49 inches, the big screen TV. Now, so whatever the manufacturer TV, directly you can go and buy that. No, you want proper packing with the thermocol and maximum possible the safety they make, and they will transport from the factory to the wholesaler, wholesaler to the customer, till the installation part will be done by your wholesaler. Now, this once it is manufactured, whatever the rest of process happens, those we call it as your indirect cost. Hope you understood what is direct cost and what is direct cost. Until your TV manufacture, we call it as direct cost. Once if it is manufactured, it reaches to the customer. Those reaching to customer, the process we call it as your indirect cost. The next part will be on the basis of elements. It is almost done. Just repetition, material, labor, as well as expenses. On the basis of normality. It is not formality, it is normality. Like normal cost and abnormal cost. So, what is normal and what is abnormal? I'll tell you now. On the basis of controllability, how do we classify? Now, controllable, uncontrollable. Few things are there which are you cannot control, like whatever the rent you have to pay for premises, even though you have not used, even though you are locked also, you have to pay that. Your electricity bill minimum charges you have to pay. Your telephone minimum charges you have to pay. Salary of your watchman, even though it is a lockdown, you are supposed to pay salary to your watchman because he must be there itself. So these are the expenses, we call it as uncontrollable cost. You cannot even control, even though you have taken maximum care also, you cannot control. Your godown rent, you cannot control. These are the costers. Or else if you want to safeguard your material, you have made some insurance. Without insurance, you cannot survive your business. You have to pay for your insurance. These are called as your uncontrollable cost. Now, what is controllable cost? Few costs are there. Simply spending on advertisement much. Instead of Appointing a person for advertisement, you have gone for celebrity. You spent more. If sometime it is necessary, sometime it is unnecessary. So those are called as controllable cost. Now, so these are the types of elements we already done. I'll go back to all these slides so that we'll have a revision as well as you can take a screenshot. Now, these are the classifications of cost. On the basis of elements, we have material, labor, as well as expenses. On the basis of behavior, fixed, variable, semi-variable. On the basis of functions, production, administration, selling, and distribution. On the basis of their functions, it is a continuation of that: development, pre-production, conversion, product. On the basis of identification, direct as well as indirect. On the basis of elements, material, labor, and expenses. On the basis of normality, normal cost as well as abnormal cost. On the basis of controllability, controllable and uncontrollable. So this is all about your today's session. Hope you understood what are the types of costing. Directly we cannot classify the costing. On the basis of few, like your elements, behavior, function, normality, controllability, on the basis of those things we can classify your costing. You can expect 5 or 10 mark question from this. So in the next session we'll go for problems. Thank you.